Every other night I'm outside with the. You ain't got chips. The world, you got chips. You could the next man's girl. Sounds harsh, but they been ripped apart my world. The way Kiss told it should never be misquoted. The that you wave on the camera, we been toting. Selling love potion my whole rap career. So your streams and downloads could never match the kids. We could go foreign until it's boring. My sheep will keep jumping the fence until you're snoring. Street poetry, I'm more Wale for Lauren. Till the world is mine like Illmatic and Lauren. Written on to a table full of fresh skin in the type of rappers we know. Got the right numbers on it. Burn the Carter down like I'm Nino.
Pulling up with the crew.
Oh my goodness.
Must have done same with the roof.
Oh my goodness.
You sitting looking stupid on the stoop.
Oh my goodness.
I would take notes if I were you.
Oh my goodness.
This was designed with the stars, the square and the cross, so we know true north.
Oh my goodness.
Smiling with 50 carats in my jaw.
Oh my goodness.
The law, it's a shame, rhyme, crime.
Like the way it sounds, Frody? Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, fire like dragon. Man, I'm flying past Saturn. Out of here like I ain't that savage. Two. It's like I'm at the studio with Michael. You can hear me dancing on the beat. Bam, about to put a mansion on the beach. 100 Latins in your lobby. That's what happens when you're around with body. And I put that in my mommy. I will never give my heart to a I can just make a dance that goes with this song. Then I'ma be on. Basic, gon' dance to it. Basic, everywhere, gon' dance to it. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover, in it. Let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover, all in it. You gotta, baby, shake that, shake that, shake that. You gotta, baby, shake that, shake that. Shake. I got 2 shows, I'm about to pitch another. Throwing alley-oops to my brothers. We all shine, nobody victims. I'm on these sweatsuits, black Pippins. I swag different. That's why the money in the bag different. Come up short, you have your fam. I lay on beaches and swerving whips. You ain't serving, you just an urban myth. Every day, get ride around Queens on a jet ski, it's me. Every day, get to the day I die. Every day, get man, I that and I that bouncing up and down. Nearly broke. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover, in it. Let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover, in it.
Yeah, you know I've been ballin'. Yeah, you know I've been ballin'. Every day I'm shot callin'. I'm a spray. Make it rain just to let you know I've been ballin'. Yeah, I've been ballin'. Yeah, just to let you know I'm ballin'. I'm a spray. Make it rain just to let you know.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Today's matchup features the top-scoring pass offense in the NFL. The Browns are top 10 in passing TDs, and they'll go against the Chargers, who are very aware of what they'll be dealing with.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cleveland Browns. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And he's got some space here. And oh, his first carry, he loses the football. The 40, past the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His sixth touchdown of the season. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Green, 39! Green! Back out, Philly, here we go!
To throw on second down. Snyder. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Let's go.
Looking to throw. Snyder. He's airing it out for Williams. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
So we have to remember, this offensive unit, they've been off for the last 2 weeks. Had an open week, and so it might take them a little while to get back into rhythm. I know they worked hard to try and get past that in practice, but practice isn't game speed.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 23. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. A handoff as they run the counter play. There he goes inside the 30. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. And if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And they give this time to the tailback. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And the Chargers coming out of the field now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
All right, here we go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Snyder. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be run over. Hit hard as he'll be marked down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. Now they'll run it on the toss. A little juke. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Directly over him. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
To throw on 2nd down. Snyder. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on 3rd down.
Here we go, Leopard!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. This is taken at the 18. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Powell. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
They'll set up to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down, almost back to the drawing board.
He sets to fire deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Extra point try by Bailey. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, special. Anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Looking to throw on second down. Snyder, throw left side complete. It's Henry. And he is knocked down from the side, right on the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Chargers on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5.
Green 39. Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
Operating from the gun, Snyder, and this is going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. No. Check. Leopard.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd.
All right, here we go.
He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Back to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Steele. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Here we go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They're going to look to throw. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. The offense on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at a third and goal here.
Green 39! Green 39!
2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. The Browns on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is third and goal.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw here, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run out of. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13.
Now let's go. 319. 3 leopard.
From the gun, Snyder. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Chargers on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun, Snyder. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Leopard. Leopard.
On 1st and 10, Snyder, his throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They have the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down. From the gun, Snyder, and that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Elsewhere, second quarter in D.C. The Redskins have scored yet again. They've really opened that one up. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
To throw on second down. Snyder. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Throwing on third and long. Snyder. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Second down following the run. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
The Browns on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pickup there of 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Back to throw now on first down. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. They'll set up a throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Joey Bosa in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. The Browns on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Chargers getting set to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Go right. All right, here we go. Detroit. All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Chargers on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 30. Watch it now, Barney.
Operating from the gun. Snyder. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Throwing on 1st down. Snyder. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 39.
And the wideout in motion. Back to the air on 2nd down. Snyder firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Now a handoff looking right. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Snyder. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Detroit!
Looking to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team to...
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Second down now after the incompletion. To throw again, Snyder. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 44. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? And he said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Chargers. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4.
86 to man, 86 to man. Watch it. Hurry up, here we go. 319. What's that? 319.
From the gun, Snyder. And right side, Henry's got it. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
On first down, Snyder. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 35. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick sixes in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Throwing again. Snyder. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
All right, here we go. Blue, land it. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
From the gun on third down. Snyder. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
No. Check. Patriot.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll be a gain of 6. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Fresh set of downs here.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, hey, we got 4.
A handoff as they run the counter play. Finding some room at midfield. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 47 yards on the ground. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Set. Blue, landing.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
To throw on second down, Snyder. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
Here we go now. Green.
Operating from the gun. Snyder. And he's going to go down again.
But these guys want to do something positive as this game approaches its end. But after giving up back-to-back sacks, it's really been more indicative of how the game has gone for them.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And the slot man goes in motion left. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 15. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Right there. Blue 90. Right there. 54 Mike. What we got? What we got?
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at FedEx Field. And very little issue in that one for the Redskins, opening their lead a bit further. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Browns, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.